Hey, what up, guys? Here we are for part 4 of the journey with Saitama. I'm trying the mic configuration in a different, well, positioning, and um, I have like a sock or two, clean socks, over the mic, so there's less noise suppression. Rather more noise suppression, because there was some background noise before. But yeah, man, we're just gonna go back down to the Jasper Lode mine area. Gonna farm out those magic candles from the geomancers, and you know, just try to make the most of this while we can, while there's still like XP to be made here, basically. But it's a farm fest, man. It's a farm fest, obviously. Let's get to it. Let me do some here. I like to get like a shot of Saitama, you know, for the video. Maybe I should get him in the light actually first. All right, sweet. Cannot forget to watch my surroundings. We get this guy. Alright, let's get a good shot of Saitama. I'm gonna get an action shot, like a shot of him punching. Or something of the sort, anyways. Oh. No, I didn't get a good shot yet, but anyways, we're moving forward here. I love how on YouTube, I don't know if you guys seen, but the the videos of Saitama versus like Goku, or Saitama versus, you know, whoever, like Hulk. It's pretty dope. I love the creativity of those fights, and just like the actual, like, you really just gotta be impressed by the sheer work that was put into those videos from like the animators and stuff. I myself have like animated, not to the extent that surely that they have, but anyways, let's get a good shot here. I don't know if that's good. I'm trying to get a screenshot of Saitama once again for the video. Yeah, man, one thing I haven't talked about really in this series thus far too much about is, like, I guess why I'm doing this. I don't know if I really talked about that, but the main reason is just because I have an obvious fascination with the character Saitama. I like the fact that he's, like, obviously super overpowered, but he's not just, like, anymore, anyways, a one-dimensional character. I guess he never really was. He was never just, like, this overpowered, like, character with no flaws or whatever. It's just that he's so overpowered that he's obviously bored with it. He's, hold on. I think that's a good shot. He's bored with, you know, his way of life. He's too powerful at the stage that he's at. And it's just like this crushing blow that he's not able to get this fight that he wants, like a real fight. And, you know, he just trained too hard. He broke his limiter. And he got to that point, and it's like, you know, he's just dead inside. So, you know, I thought, and obviously, but, you know, he met Genos and all this stuff, and there's, Genos is pretty much like his only friend, I guess, in the end, and sort of, that sort of is accentuated from the fight with God Garo. because God Goro, you know, obviously rips out his core. Doesn't kill him because his core is not destroyed in the end. But, you know, so, but they go back in time anyways, and Genos is there and he's good. But in any case, like, yeah, so he has that, as he has him as his friend, so there's like some connection there. So there's like a little bit more of that sense of like emotionality brought back into Saitama's life from just having Genos there as a friend. And that's, I think that's really cool that they added that in. And obviously, let me help this person. Doesn't look like they really need help, but I just think it's cool that they developed, you know, Saitama despite his just overwhelming strength. You know, it's really about how they build the story around Saitama as opposed to like always focusing on his like one punch moments. But for those bigger fights, I mean, that's what obviously we all love to see. Let's see here. Trying to get a good shot here. Know of any classic WoW servers that are still active? I've been thinking about going back to it. I'm playing on one right now, man. This is a very active server, if you ask me. 100 people online on any of the guilds that at least are focused on hardcore at any time. And and this is during like the weekdays, dude. So like, you know, there's just several hundred on the per guild, by the way, on the weekends. There's like 6 main guilds from my understanding with hardcore, but it's kind of cool too because you kind of like you level into higher guilds, like higher ranked guilds, if that makes any sense. So what I mean is like there's guilds that sort of you need to be a certain level before you can get into them, but they're all hardcore based and they're all based around the same concept, and I guess like the main hardcore like event creators and all that stuff, they sort of run these guilds, and so they'll cycle out any old players or whatever. They'll make sure that it's like it's possible to get new players in, because obviously they're all maxed out. I mean, they all maxed out at 1,000 players. So there are some times where people can't invite players just because of the sheer amount of characters that are in these guilds. So I would say, if anything, Blood Cell Buccaneers on the North America servers. I know European servers have, you know, a pretty populated what's it called? Like a scene, you know, with hardcore. But I would recommend for sure to get into Classic WoW now, because it's back, in my opinion, as far as its popularity. And there's a lot of cool stuff to it. You just have to get the hardcore add-on, basically, to... Yeah, it's an RP server. It's, you know, there's a lot of possibility, really, with hardcore as well. And you can RP if you want. You could be your own character, sort of like I'm doing. I'm sort of mixing in the hardcore aspect with the RP by being One Punch Man. And it's just fun, because, like, you know, this is something that I don't know if anyone has ever done. And there's probably many different combinations of what people haven't done before through the hardcore, let's say, lens. So, what is considered hardcore? Oh, sorry. Yes, so hardcore in Classic WoW is at the baseline, it's basically just don't die. If you die, then you have to delete the character. It's pretty serious. I mean, I just think that person... Is that a priest? Yeah. Night Elf Priest. That's pretty cool that they came all the way down here. But, yeah, I mean, so the stakes are so much higher than they ever were before. You cannot die. And at baseline... I keep saying at baseline because there's extra, like, limitations you can put on your character, and those can be considered achievements that are attached to this add-on, the hardcore add-on, that can then also be presented to other players so, like, they can see how much you're limiting yourself when you level, and that's sort of what I've been doing. But at baseline, without any of those extra limitations, you can't use the mailbox, can't use the auction house. You can only, you know, professions are fine. All professions are fine. You can buy from vendors, repair, get your class abilities. A lot of the usual stuff, it's just that main thing of you can't die. So, like, old Diablo. Yeah, dude, and, like, it just brings back that, like, that anxiety of, like, you can't die, otherwise, like, you lose so much progress. The same kind of went for, like, EverQuest, but it's even, I'd say it's more of a, and RuneScape, like classic RuneScape, I guess, as well. It's even, there's even more at stake with it than with how that stuff was, because, you know, obviously, you're not just losing what you have in your inventory, you're losing everything. You have to delete the character. Like, you can't keep anything, because you can't mail, like, the stuff that you have on your character that died to new characters or whatever, so that they can at least carry the torch from your progress before. No, you have to delete everything. Like, even if you got, like, rare drops and shit, like, it's all gone. So, it's crazy. Do you have any regular guilds as well on Bloodsail? There are, yeah. So there's a community for regular players, but it's not as popular. I would say if you want to be involved in the community, the I guess in the most immersive way, or let's just say with the most players involved, I don't know, oops, I was about to, dude, if I had two casters on me, I might have been in trouble there. I'm glad this guy shot me. But yeah, there's regular guilds again. It's just there's servers that are actually more focused on what's it called? On just regular play style, basically. There's a lot of, in those though, like so those servers are Whitemane and Mancrick. So with those, you would just have to basically, yeah, level normally. I just don't know if there's a big player base for that. So that's the only thing, you know. Alright, I might start going into the cave this episode, because I was basically just on these outskirts like the whole time. Although I might stay outside. It's really all about playing it safe, you know. As you can imagine, dude, like, with no gear, no weapons, you just gotta be careful. To the extent that, like, you keep things boring. So, I'm sort of doing that. I needed somewhere to put my level 60 as well before trying a hardcore. Dude, I had my 60 put on Whitemane, so that's maybe the best as far as balance between factions. Now, if you want the most, I don't know if you play on Alliance or Horde. If you want the most on Alliance, that's Mancrick. If you want the most Horde and balance, I guess, it would be Whitemane. So I would recommend that. I just went to Whitemane. I haven't done anything with my 60, really. You know, really the only thing to do with him at this point would be to raid more Nax, but I don't know. I'm just focusing on the hardcore thing, I guess, for now, because obviously with this way of leveling, it's gonna take some time. So I'm just trying to dedicate that time to all the time that I really have to play WoW right now on this. But in the future, it might happen. You know, might get into Nax. Yeah, no worries, dude. I'm happy to help. You know, if you have any questions, I got you. You can see how close things get even... Wow, this is precarious. Whoa. Even though I'm outside of the actual cave itself. Like, I was just fighting a level 8. I mean, these mobs are green to me. And it's getting close, so... I was thinking about going to the cave. I might, like, once. I'm just, you know... Maybe if another player goes in there, we'll wait for that. And then I'll sort of, like... You know, semi-tag team in a way. Just like cut through the mobs. I just don't want to get pinned in there, because if I do, it might mean the end. So, how far do I think I'll make it? I'm gonna try to make it to 60, dude. I mean, that's the goal. That is the end goal. So, but how far do I think I'll make it? It's a tough one. I mean, I want to make it to 60. I think I'll make it to 60. I just need to be careful and safe. I just don't want to, like... I don't want to sacrifice Saitama's safety for, like, entertainment purposes or whatever. So that's why I'm just sort of, like... you know... I've just been, like, attacking basically kobolds. Except for, like, in Northshire Valley. Northshire Abbey, rather. In the beginning. Ooh, we got a bag. Sweet. That's our last bag right there. That's sweet. Awesome, man. We got 9 magic candles as well. So, and, but in any case, I've just been, you know, attacking just kobolds. It's been, in that sense, kind of boring. I mean, someone in the last episode was asking me, like, dude, why are you just attacking kobolds? Like, why kobolds? It's funny, though, because, like... I don't know if it's possible, but, you know, you could get pretty far just killing kobolds. But it's also because these mobs are weak. There's not, like, a lot of special abilities with these guys. They don't snare you that much or, you know, web you in place. I mean, obviously, these geomancers here will slow by their, you know, casting. But other than that, I think they're pretty much a very easy... you know, type to go after if you're grinding. So I think I'll make it to 60, but it's just going to take a lot of time. And I couldn't tell you how long it'll take. I imagine at least, like, in real time, many months. It might take 6 months, something like that. But, as far as playtime, I'm not so sure. Grouping is allowed, but only for... So, there's like, I guess, different parts to that. So, the thing with hardcore is that the mainly for most people, it's solo. It's a solo experience. And part of the hardcore add-on is that it has you select, like, your playstyle, your desired playstyle in the beginning. So, you know, most people will choose solo. So they'll go solo, just like I'm doing. And so for, like, the questing experience, grinding, whatever, going to different zones, whatever it is, it's all going to be you, just you and yourself. But with instances, you can group up. There's a stipulation though where you can't do an instance more than once on hardcore. If if you don't take the achievement to restrict yourself from doing instances, which I have, but so I'll say that like with that stuff, I would imagine it's super fun. You just gotta like prepare all of the quests for the instance basically, and obviously there's going to be some instances where it's just impossible to do all of the quests in one run. So it just is how it is. I don't know though, like how deep people go into it, because I've actually never, grouped up for an instance on hardcore as of yet. But in the future I will. I just like, for example, with like Gnomragon, there's so many quests for that, and I know for a fact just from past experience, one run isn't sufficient for to complete all the quests in that dungeon. So I don't know if people like wait it out for the trash mobs to respawn, but it's dangerous, dude. I mean, especially Gnomer. I talk about Gnomer, but I don't know how many people actually go to Gnomer. Like, I know people do Dead Mines quite a bit, Scarlet Monastery, I've seen one group try to do Zul'Farrak, but people say that's dangerous, which is true. You gotta be careful at like those, like the end sort of pyramids or like stairs section where you gotta like face off against a bunch of like waves. That would be scary, honestly. Especially if like those mobs are like even just at or near your level range. I would just be afraid of that. Okay, someone's going in the cave, so we're gonna go into, but I'm gonna be careful here, bro, because this is scary stuff. And by the way, when you join these guilds for hardcore, when you die, your death gets announced to everyone in the guild, and well, basically everyone in any of the hardcore guilds. So that's just to let you know, a lot of people. So you're gonna basically be, I don't know. It just depends on what level you die. If you die at a lower level, it's sort of like an embarrassing thing, and people sort of make fun of you in that way by spamming Fs. But like, you get to a certain level. We were talking about this yesterday. You get to a certain level, and like, it's at the point where it's like people are actually paying respects. This person's leaving the cave, so that means I'm leaving. Yeah, man, no hiding it. Full accountability, and I like it. I like it. It keeps me from wanting to die. I'll tell you that. Among the other factors of like, well, the main thing is obviously you just don't want to start from scratch. You don't want to leave like all of this progress you've earned. So the higher you go, the more, for me at least, the more safe you get. But some people, there's actually achievements, and I could show you. This is the hardcore add-on. So there's achievements where, let's see, you can, like if you go into miscellaneous, yeah. So it will, you can be a speedrunner for hardcore. So you got to get to level 10 within 2 hours of play, 20 within 12, 30 within 27, like all that stuff. And you got to get to 60 and 120 hours of playtime to achieve, anyways, in that case, all of the speedrunning achievements. There's a lot to it, man. Punching, brother. Exactly, dude. We're punching our way to the top. But this is daily grind, man. Daily grind. We're pretty far in though. 46% into level 11. When we get to 12, I might even consider getting out of here. We'll see. Might consider going to Westfall. That might be too early. I was saying level 13 yesterday, but let's just see. Playing it safe. Playing it really safe, so. Who should I kill first? The Geomancer. Let's get these buffs up. I might even run after I get this guy. This is sketchy stuff right here, bro. Okay, well. It's too close for comfort on this one, so I'm getting out of here. Gotta remember to face these guys when they attack. Getting dazed would actually mean death in some situations, so I'm not gonna get involved. Alright. But yeah, man, this camp over here is just so crowded with these miners. I don't think I've seen any... I mean, there might be like duos or trios that might go for these camps, and they'll make it out, I'm sure. But by yourself, you just, at this level range, I mean, you just couldn't. You really couldn't, I don't think, take out that camp. But I don't know, maybe I'm speaking too soon. I mean, I'm just a guy with no gear and no weapons. So my views are skewed here. Let's see. But, dude, I didn't even mention, I mean, you know, or I may have mentioned, I don't know, but, besides solo play, oh shit, this fucking guy. We're good. Besides, solo play, a lot of people will do duo or trio, like play style up to 60. But the thing with that is, let's get our health back, and I'll go for this caster. The thing with that is that you can't leave each other's sides, and you can't start at different levels. You have to start at both at level 1. So, you know, if your friends are in a different zone when they start, you guys have to like meet halfway before. For example, you're running over and you gain level 2 from just exploration XP. So, like, you know, there's a bit of an art to that. But I think people have figured it out. I haven't explored that as much. But yeah, man, let's just see. I'm going to take a quick scope of the guild here and see. Yeah, man, there's a lot of people into the teens, it seems. Once you get to 20, that's when, like, the real chads come into play. I mean, you know, that's what it's all about, man. Getting to 20 and above. But bro, I can't wait to, like, when we get to 60, I'm still thinking about, like, how I want to do it, but I was thinking, like, Saitama could maybe remain, like, in his, like, unarmed way, or maybe I could, like, only take fist weapons, let's see. I don't know if this guy wants to go for these. That's all good. Are people doing regular RP in addition to the hardcore? I think so. I actually don't know if there's like a huge RP community here. More than the... Oh, someone's healing me. Thank you. I was actually going to run from this miner here, but that was nice. Anyways, yeah, I don't know if there's a lot of our peers. I haven't really been too ingrained into the server just yet, but, you know, obviously, we're at least doing it with hardcore. I think it is cool to to sort of mesh those two together, have like an RP situation for your character while at the same time doing hardcore, because there's so many ideas that can come out of that. Like I have a bunch of characters sort of like waiting in the wings with, you know, like for example, another cool anime character, you know, that I would assume a lot of people may know about without being weebs or whatever, is All Might from My Hero Academia. I have that name, and I was gonna use it. I'm just thinking about like how I would use it, because he's like similar to Saitama in a lot of ways. He's like, at least during his prime, first couple seasons of the show or whatever, he you know, he was just like the most powerful hero. And oh shit. And he anyways, he was always beating, you know, whatever came his way, with like the Nomu fight. That was freaking amazing. And everything else. And I was thinking about like how to go about incorporating him into the hardcore mode. And if like we did like a leveling thing with him, like how would we do it? But we'll think of it. We got a lot of time to think with this shit, so really bring some weight to a story if someone dies. Yeah, dude, it does, because it actually shows, at least on the add-on for, you know, just from my own view, it'll show like how many times you've died, basically. If you go to, oh yeah, if you go to levels, here you go. So it shows like, yeah, like I've tried this character Thror once. I got him to 9 again. He's all right. Saitama. Yeah, man, this is our 4th attempt. 4th attempt. Really 3rd, I guess, now that I'm looking at it. If it's the 3rd attempt because the last attempt that I had, I wasn't streaming, and I just sort of started to regret that. So I decided just to lead him without any deaths or whatever. There was no deaths involved with that, or like a loss of an achievement. It was just that I was like, I don't want to get too far, because like I got to level 11 and I'm like, bro, this took a while. This took like, and I looked, it took I think like 10 hours of playtime. That was also my fault. I was like multitasking with a bunch of different stuff, and there was a lot of like downtime. I would like kill a mob and like wait a couple minutes because I was doing something else outside of the game. But anyways, I got to that point. I'm like, dude, like I should just stream this.
How generous.
Right? Yeah, these guys I think over here are a duo, Paladin and the Mage. That's a good mix, man. That is a great mix. Honestly, dude, I didn't really even think about it, but if I did a duo, I don't know. Shit, man, a warrior paladin, that's like, that's top notch. I would feel, but maybe the mage, you could even do like double DPS, and that would just destroy. Like a double, maybe a double rogue or like a double warrior. That would be super fun, I feel. Give you lots of respect. This is seriously hardcore. Yeah, you know, we'll see if we make it, man. We'll see if we make it. Trying our best for sure. But, thinking about going to that cave, but I can tell there's a lot of mobs that have been killed and are not respawning right now, and I just don't want them to respawn on me. All right, let's get these two. Blessing of Might is huge for being unarmed, bro. Like, we need any little bit we can get, and that actually adds like roughly like 2 damage to each hit. Alright, let's get out of here. This guy's too much. These fights are closer. I mean, this guy's hitting for like 9, 10. He hits me like 6 more times there, and I'd be dead. So, you know, you gotta be careful, bro. We're just about halfway through the level. Let's see what our play time is. We're at 8 hours, 11 minutes. 8 hours, 11 minutes for 11 and a half. But yeah, dude. I was thinking about... Oh, yeah. Also, with hardcore, I didn't mention, you can't do any... can't do really any battlegrounds. You can do world PvP, but if you die and it wasn't like a grief situation where like someone just at a higher level is just, you know, attacking random players just for, you know, their own, I guess, kicks, then it actually counts as death. So I'm pretty sure, because it's like, you know, you sort of voluntarily took part in that fight or whatever. I'm not sure. Anyways, you would have to be tagged for PvP. So that's the thing, is like, if you're tagged for PvP and you're killed from a PvP situation in world PvP, then you have to restart. And there is an achievement to go the whole way toggle for PvP. I mean, like, bro, that would be insane. And just imagine it like a streamer doing that. You're just asking for it. I considered it, I really did, but I'm like, it's tough when you're, you know, a streamer, or just really anyone who stands out in any way, because, you know, obviously, even if I didn't stream, people see this shit and they remember, because like I'll log on sometimes and people will be like, oh, it's Saitama, and I'm like, I don't, like, who is this person, bro? But they'll remember. So, you know, I would just be asking for it, really, if I was talking for PvP the whole time. It does seem impossible. I just figure like there might be like several people that have done this. Yeah, anyways, like the toggle PvP thing already. Hardcore has actually been around for many years at this point, like several years. I just, maybe like 4 years? I don't really know. I mean, probably the concept of it has been around since, I mean, maybe just since WoW has been around. I'm not so sure. But like the actual like official event sort of, you know, and like more organized way of putting together hardcore and sort of like monitoring people's success and rather whether they've died or not. That sort of thing didn't come until just a couple of years ago, so. I think when I level, I'm gonna get out of here. I think I'm gonna go to Westfall. I just gotta think about where. But in any case, I was talking about in the beginning of this, I was saying like how I haven't really mentioned too much about like why I've done this. And, well, I did mention that, of course, I have this fascination with Saitama, but the real reason is, like, he's just, like, for example, I grew up, when I was, like, 8 years old, the movie The Hulk came out. It was directed by Ang Lee, and it was, like, sort of, it wasn't successful, let's just say, critically, and, I was 8 years old at the time, in 2003, and I saw that movie, and I was just totally into it, man. Like, I went against the grain as far as, you know, oh shit. I mean, I was just a kid, but I might get out of here after. I'm gonna kill this guy first. This is a little risky what I'm doing. obviously I was a kid, but I just really enjoyed Hulk's feats of strength in that movie. And I thought it was cool that, I don't know, um, he just had within Bruce Banner had within him like this just monstrous, overpowered, being or whatever. And so maybe that I sort of translate that into my understanding of why I like Saitama so much is that he sort of has that too in a way. But Saitama, on the other hand, he doesn't need to unleash some sort of emotion or anything really to win any battle. He is just that strong that it doesn't matter. So, and it's just so great how they set up the bad guys in this show. With like, for example, the Deep Sea King, the way that he was like just absolutely torturing, even up to like Genos, just every hero involved, and like, breaking into like this the dome that the civilians were like hiding within, and he was it was just like it was one of those things where like you just doubted that anyone could do anything about it. Obviously, Saitama had already been established in the show from the beginning, so people knew. But and obviously people have seen the webcomic, the manga, but just watching the show, it's you'd think he would be more of a challenge. Basically, is what I'm saying. So like he gets there, and the Deep Sea King like he punches him eventually. Saitama gets there because he saves Moomin Rider from like his whole thing of like trying to get into Moomin Rider. This guy, he's like just a normal guy who like rides a bicycle, and he doesn't really have any powers, but he's like basically as heroic as a hero can be. And he goes up against this guy, and anyways, he like I don't know if he like breaks bones or whatever, but obviously he loses terribly. Saitama comes in at the very end, and he's like, good job. Deep Sea King punches him in the back of the head, and like Saitama's head like bobbles for a little bit, but like there's just no reaction. And he anyways, he just gives him a normal punch, and the freaking wet, like it was raining during that scene, and the rain just disappeared. I mean, he sort of hit the shockwave from his very normal punch, cleared out the weather. And I'm just like, and obviously the Deep Sea King was out. He was killed. He was like a hole was completely punched through him, and I'm like, dude, this is crazy. So when the character Boros came into the first season, he was at the end. It was sort of like the season finale was this character Boros that came in at the end. He was able to withstand a lot of Saitama's normal punches, and it was just an awesome fight. Amazing animation. They had a great studio for it, and I've seen that fight so many times. I love it, man. But the stakes are even, I don't know if you would call it the stakes, but like it anyways, it was just more, let's say, of a gripping fight experience to watch Saitama versus Cosmic Fear Garo or God Garo. And that was sort of a recent issue in the manga. It was a redraw from the manga, and it wasn't ever in the webcomic, the way that they put that fight together between those two. But anyways, this character God Garo, he was able to basically, he was given the powers from this character that's called God, whether he's like actually God or whatever in the story or not. He was given powers from him, so and that would be to absorb all powers and like understand all energies and whatever in the universe. So like Saitama goes up against him after basically this guy tears out the heart of like his best friend, and Saitama goes up against him. There's so many fan animations that are like absolutely insane on this fight, but you know, it's really cool because God Garo is able to, like, at least in the beginning, copy Saitama's strength, but we sort of learn from One and Murata, the guys who work on the manga. Murata works on the manga. One makes the is like the actual creator, and he's made the webcomic. They sort of establish that, you know, there's this power scaling aspect to Saitama, where since he's now matched with God Garo, he starts growing in strength exponentially. And it's similar to Hulk in that way, with like how Hulk, he sort of also just he just gets like stronger the angrier he gets. With Hulk, there's always the debate of like, how angry can you really get? Is there a limit to his anger? People say no and whatever, but with Saitama, there's no reason to believe that there's any limitation. So it's one of those things, man, that is so cool, because, you know, a lot of people are like speculating as to, you know, what the fight would be like between Saitama and the god character, and people have made like there's one guy who's made a fan manga to it, and that was really cool to see. That's on YouTube. But in any case, there's actually, they also say like several gods in this. Well, they don't say, but you know, it's assumed that there's several gods, like god characters of the same sort of type, I guess, in this story. And so there's this dream sequence in the beginning of the first season for One Punch Man where he's sleeping, but, you know, obviously as it's a dream sequence, but he's sleeping and he's dreaming about having like a real fight, and it's against these guys called the Subterraneans. And they're just these super, you know, beefed out, like, I don't know, like Titan things. And he's actually getting a real fight from it. He's like feeling the attacks from them, basically. And he's getting such a thrill out of it. And he just finally feels fulfilled in that moment. And then he wakes up and then he's like, oh shit, like that was not real. But people are speculating that might happen. That same sequence in a way might happen with the god fight. You know, I don't know. I have only seen clips of the show. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's worth a watch. It just depends on what you like, but I am, you know, all in, obviously. But in any case, like, you know, with those god characters, I also thought about it because, like, people always say, like, that's going to be the last thing. That's going to be the finale of One Punch Man. It's going to be those gods or God versus Saitama. But I have a sort of different opinion because I'm not so sure. My opinion is that, you know, it may be that he gets like a real fight from it and he gets fulfilled and whatever, but you know, there's there's a group of these characters teamed with the rank 1 hero in the at least designated from the Hero Association in the story, and that's Blast. So Blast has like this galactic team of like almost like the Avengers or like Guardians of the Galaxy or something, but they basically fend off against God, and they deal with a lot of his shit, but you know, they do all this stuff, and I just wonder, like, maybe there's like more than just these, you know, god characters. And I feel like they could do a lot with One Punch Man beyond just that. Like, you know, it's sort of like similar to how they're doing it with Dragon Ball Z, where they have like a multiverse, like, type of thing. And it really just, there's unlimited possibilities. Because you could also introduce like more than one Saitama character, where it's like there's an evil Saitama or something. you know, people speculate as to that as well. And it just fascinates me. I do want to see what happens, and in almost every chapter they talk about, you know, more updates with this god character, and I enjoy it. I enjoy finding out, you know, more of the lore of it, because the manga sort of, at this point, has taken its own route from the webcomic in its own way. But the nice thing is that the guy that created the webcomic, one, as he works with the manga creator Murata, they anyways, they work together on what goes into the manga, so there's no real crazy separation to the point of like where Murata has complete creative control and like Saitama is like just a different character entirely. One still oversees it and whatever, but it's awesome because, like, you know, the reason I bring that up is because the manga, it goes in its own direction, and I can just appreciate how the story is evolving in its own way in that way, and how we might get fights that we didn't see in the webcomic that are just so cool to see. Like, for example, the next chapter that's anticipated right now in the manga is going to be Tatsumaki versus Saitama. Tatsumaki is like this psychic ability sort of user, and just like the strongest of the psychic using heroes. And anyways, she's really powerful. I mean, in the I believe it's a webcomic. In the webcomic, she was able to lift Saitama, which is by itself, you know, already an insane feat, because we, you know, in the episode just before Saitama fighting Boros, Saitama goes into basically the ship that Boros you know, brings to Earth, and he goes up against like this tentacle being guy, whose name I totally forget, but it's like Gorengashoop or whatever. It's just some like super long and complicated name. But anyways, he has like the power of like a black hole or whatever, and so basically, you know, something that like light cannot even escape. It's just so obviously, I would imagine embellished, but it's one of those things where like he was using that power on Saitama, and Saitama was like, you know, like scratching his head, like, and he shouldn't even be able to move at all, and he's just like taking it so nonchalant, and I fucking love it. So like, in any case, what I'm saying is like this guy wasn't able to budge Saitama even with the power of a black hole. So the fact that, you know, Tatsumaki was able to lift him at all is crazy. Now, you know, I don't really know that it just could be a different situation where, you know, maybe in that fight with the tentacle guy in Boros' ship, it could have been that like Saitama, I don't know, maybe had like a firmer grip on the ground, but somehow, like, I don't know, bro, but it's just cool. I'm looking forward to see what that fight looks like, because obviously they did a lot of different things with the Garo versus Saitama fight, and you know, if they do something with a little different with the Tatsumaki versus Saitama fight, I'm down for it. Now, if they didn't, it's all good too, because it was a great fight regardless in the webcomic. But yeah, man, I'm excited for that. Oh, hey, awesome! We got a nudist over here. Sweet. Oh, it's a warrior too. Look at that. And a night elf, dude. They made their way all the way here with no gear. That's sweet. Naked Rage. I love it. The name. I wonder where they're going. They're probably questing, I would imagine. I didn't get a chance to look at their achievements. But that's the thing, dude. You may not know, I was mentioning, but with this add-on, the hardcore add-on, you get achievements, and you can inspect other people as to what their achievements are, like their active achievements. And if someone, like for example, if I put on any gear at any point, the nudist, it's called the nudist achievement, it will disappear. And so if someone inspects me, or if I, inspect myself, I guess in this case, then it won't be there. So there's some high stakes in that regard too. You got to be careful about maintaining your achievements while you play. What were you saying? Now I have 2 things to consider: OPM and WoW hardcore. Oh fuck, dude, I might die. Yo, this guy's a lifesaver. I don't know if I would have made it. Why is this Geomancer not dying? Dude, that's crazy. This guy's great. He's just chilling. He's not even tagging the mobs. He's just watching and like enjoying the show. I don't know what's going on right now. Doc. Nice, man. No clothes or weapons. Is that what you guys do? Rip my life for the... I'm saying, trying to get to 60, rip my life for the foreseeable future. That's it, man. That's how it is. We're gonna get there slowly but surely. I don't know why all of a sudden those guys were like super difficult. Maybe they were a higher level and I just didn't notice. What were you saying? I must go, but thank you for all the help and best of luck. Yeah, no worries, man. If you gotta go anytime, no worries. We'll be here. We'll be here. Even if you show up, whenever. I'm pretty much streaming most days, if not every day. So, don't worry about missing out on anything. We'll stick around here. And that's great to see that elf. Okay, now I gotta go. If you die, geez, best of luck. Yeah, thanks, man. No worries. All right. We are 72% through level 11. We're getting there, man. Whoa, someone turned level 50. Nice. Congrats. That's crazy. The last 10 levels, I would be just anxiety through the roof, to be honest with you. But that's how we got to do it, man. It's the name of the game. There's a lot of... It actually kind of makes me feel a little bit more at ease that I'm seeing, like, a decent amount of, nudist players. That there's a lot of people that are going no gear that are leveling alongside. And that Night Elf was here at level 12, so... as a warrior. So she's showing that, you could at least get to level 12. But yeah, man. I don't know how many achievements they were doing, but that was pretty cool to see. This Pat is good. I'm going to go after them. I'm trying to stay in between these mobs just to not aggro them. We don't have... Oh, you know what it is? We don't have any extra buffs. Dude, that's why we were dying. We were getting close to dying before. It was just weak because I don't have buffs. But I gotta play like I don't have buffs. I can't just like... Because actually my first few attempts, I was using the Dark Moon Fair like 10% damage buff increase thing. And that was helping a considerable amount. We don't have that. We didn't have that this whole run, so You know, which is a good thing. I'll say. I'll just say it because I just don't want to, you know, start underestimating mobs here. This guy's going in. Neuromancer. I couldn't imagine at level 8 with no gear, no weapons going in there. Level 8, we weren't even at this cave. These guys are a little too high. Get some water. I always want to get more geomancers, but I mean, like, the majority of them are. Is this person a nudist? I think they are. No. No. I just couldn't tell. It was a little far. But, okay. Wow. There's a couple people here all of a sudden. Well, there's a geomancer by himself. But yeah, dude, I'm just excited to see where One Punch Man goes. I've been a fan ever since that show came out. I remember my older brother introduced me to that show, like he does for most anime, because he's so knowledgeable on anime, dude. He's a proper weeb, you know. I might be like a semi-weeb, I guess. I just really like. I'm a fan of One Punch Man. I like Attack on Titan to some extent. I haven't really watched the later seasons though. My Hero Academia is maybe my number 2, my second favorite, and then I've watched My Hero, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. As far as others, I don't remember if I've seen others. Oh, I've seen Sword Art Online. I've seen, bro. There was this one where it was like Groundhog's Day, and I don't remember the name of it. I'm sure, you know, someone would know, but anyways, it's a good show. I don't know how far it went. My brother would know. But in any case, you know, he introduced me to One Punch Man when it came out, and I was immediately hooked. I think it's probably why My Hero Academia is my number 2. My second favorite, because it's very similar to One Punch Man. Very, very similar. It's just obviously in My Hero Academia you just don't have Saitama, but it's the same concept of like an association of heroes. And there's like I don't know if there's like a ranking system. I actually haven't gotten that far into the show beyond season 3, I think, but I know enough about it, I guess. I've seen, like, you know, I guess after the fact, like, clips and stuff, and I try to keep on top of it, but I gotta get back into it. Because I think right now in the show, Izuku Midoriya is, I think he's number 1 as far as the strongest hero, and then I think Bakugo is like the fire user guy. I think is number 2, but I'm pretty sure like Todoroki is super powerful. So I don't really know why he wouldn't be up there as well if he's not number 3 or maybe even higher than those guys. Best anime opening of all time. I'm telling you right now, dude. With that, we're gonna do some shit when this is done. When we hit level 60, I'm gonna make like a super fun and like properly edited video. You know, I was thinking about not doing this at all, this stream, but and just doing like a big video at the end of it. But then I realized like we might as well stream the way there. People are nice today, buffing like crazy. But what's it called? what was I talking about? Oh, so yeah, no. I mean, I was thinking about like editing a big video at the end, and I just decided to go this route uh, of doing a stream as well, because despite it being, more of an effort to just like keep it consistent and obviously I gotta like talk and whatever. Uh, at least we can like document the journey, and I think that's kind of cool. Like I wouldn't mind probably in the future watching this back and enjoying it a little. Okay, Bakugo should be up there, but honestly, I feel Todoroki should be number 2. Is he not number 2? I wouldn't be. Yeah, I really liked Tokoyami. He was one of my favorite. I mean, obviously, All Might. I would say All Might is my favorite, just because I mean, of his similarities to Saitama in a way. But he's obviously more in line with the power levels of the at least the top strength guys in that show. Oh, is this a nudist? Did we just pass a... I can't tell. Crip. Well, anyways. Oh, someone died at 25. That sucks. F. But yeah, Todoroki, I just remember in the first couple of seasons, he was introduced as like this super powerful, character. I just thought, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he was number 2. I really enjoy the pint style of videos. If you're going to do an edited, produced shorter format video, I'm talking about a video between 5 and 30 minutes in length. I love the old style of YouTube. Yeah, dude, I mean, that's the goal. That is the absolute goal. When I get there at 60, because I need to earn it first is my thing. Like, I don't want to, like, hype up. I don't want to make a video, like, a fully produced, edited, well put together video of, like, me hyping this thing up or, like, creating this challenge and saying, that other people can do it without actually having done it first. I feel like I have to earn it, I have to earn that video. That was sort of my format for a while there, and it's definitely, hey, look, I mean, it's great for views and whatever else. Obviously, I just I go this route for the sake of I guess proof, and also just to have like a chill way to play the game and sort of take you guys along for the ride, even if it is boring. I would do several videos, but only at certain checkpoints or milestones, maybe at certain levels or zones. Yeah, man, I thought about the same. Yeah, like I was honestly thinking in the beginning before I started this, because I was very hesitant about the streaming, but like I was thinking like I would just record highlights. But then I thought about it too, and I'm like, how am I gonna be able to anticipate that, highlights? Because like that kind of shit will just happen. Like you'll see the compilations of like people dying, and whatever else in the hardcore process for them. And it's just, it just sort of happens, and people obviously don't anticipate those moments. So I think, if we just document the whole thing, we're going to catch those moments. I'll jot them down, I'll clip them or whatever, and we'll have them for a later date. But yeah, dude, we're almost through level 11. Once we get to 12, I think I'm going to get out of here. I think we can get out of Elwyn Forest, so it's coming up. So that's going to be big, because I've never gotten to that point on Saitama. So this is going to be, we're going to be treading new ground here. 82% through the level. So let's see how much XP are we getting per mob roughly. 43. That's about 0.5%. So yeah, man, we got my math is good. sorry, 36 more mobs to kill. 35, I guess, after that mob. So we're getting there, man. We're getting there. It already feels like a long time ago since I started this thing. I don't know why. Playtime is 8 hours, 46 minutes. Not that bad, honestly. Considering what we are doing. Oh, dude, I gotta set up the thumbnail for this episode. I gotta get a close up of this guy. Hold on. I'm gonna attack an easy mob for something like that. My cats are meowing at me right now. They want some food. You always want food, right? Yes, you do. He like scratches on the side of his head. One of my cats. Actually, the other cat does too. I got 2 cats. And they are very cute. Alright, let's get this screenshot. Close up here. No, hold on. I want to get an action shot, man. I gotta get an action shot. Just gotta wait for that. Let's get our health back. You know what? Let's do it with the rage here. Good. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. Alright. Sweet, we got it. Okay, our inventory is getting up there, so we're going to have to go back to the vendor pretty soon. As you can tell, we already passed a gold, so I'm telling you, dude, I think Saitama is going to be fucking filthy rich after this, because I'm not spending my gold on anything other than abilities. Like, that is the only thing. That might be the case for a lot of hardcore players, to be honest with you, so, but, you know, it's just, we're going to be grinding for so long that I just imagine just all of that stuff that we get from drops and, you know, obviously just the copper, silver, gold pickups, it's going to really add up, because if we already have over a gold at 11, I think that's pretty good. I don't know. I think that's pretty good. But I'm just happy that we made it to 4 bags, because I'm telling you guys, I made it through to level 12 on one of my frickin' attempts. I think it was on this attempt. It was on January 15th. And yeah, dude, I just died. Anyways, I died with that, but I didn't have any bags. Bro, I didn't get bags the whole way through. And it was just, it sucked. Getting rich isn't something you're going to be doing. If you want raw gold, focus humanoids. They also drop bags more often. Oh, yeah, that's good to know. I mean, I figured with that, with the humanoids, they would drop more bags. I figure that's true. Yeah, no, I don't anticipate, like, we're gonna get as rich. Obviously, it's like the players with professions, the players that are able to, you know, do more with, like, for example, like skinning and stuff, mining and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, they can't use the auction house, so, you know, that's a big limiting factor for a lot of players as they level. I just figure we're going to be leveling for so long because we're attacking like the lowest greens there are. And it's just going to be a long time. 86. Oh, okay. Actually, the XP we're getting here is pretty variable. 29 I'm seeing. Before we were seeing 40 something. So, you know what? We're not leveling as fast as I thought before. But we're getting there, man. Almost in the 90 percentile. Honestly, I would love to just play hardcore normally, I think, after this run. And just experience it. Like, I want to go through all the instances. You know, I want to have that experience. And just enjoy that shit because... Oh, fuck. Sorry. I don't know why I said sorry, but... Like, you know, I go for these two mobs and I forget that I don't have the buffs I did before, so... Not that I had a lot of buffs before. I just had might, really. And like this... Well, I have the scrolls in my bags. I just want to... I'm saving those for a more dicey scenario. There's a Geomancer. Let's get that guy. Could you imagine at the end of this? If I do get a lot of gold, I can make a fucking... Like... gold farming guide. Like, be like, hey, if you guys want to make a lot of gold, try this. You know, so that'll be enticing. But I remember my friend's dad's friend who was playing WoW, like during like I think this was like around classic TBC days. He did all of the achievements possible to do for his Alliance character. And he was just filthy rich from that. So, you know, I mean, if there's some hardcore players that are doing something like that, you know, just questing normally gets you a lot of gold, enough to get mounts and stuff if you're smart about like saving and whatever. And I guess there wouldn't be a lot of outlets to spend at this point. You can't use the auction house, so I think most people should be able to get their mount at 40 and 60. I'm not so sure about 60, but that in the background, if you guys can hear it, is my cat's feeder. They're eating.
Thank you. Outstanding.
Thank you, Lil Rar. Real Rar. Real Rar. Man. I just give up on this name. I think they want to see me fight something. Let's see.
I need to get closer. That ability isn't ready. How generous.
Yeah, man. This group of two is tough. We're getting there, dude. We're getting there. Let me help this guy. He helped me out. All right. Yeah, dude, bags are almost full. I just want to level before we get out of here is the thing. So there might be a little bit of overlap there. We're probably going to get full bags in a bit before we level. Let's see.
How kind of
I want to make more macros for emotes, because all I got is thank you and cheering. I have a sorry, but I don't, I haven't been using that. I gotta think, maybe like a salute or something, I don't know. Cheer and thank you pretty much covers a lot of things. Oh, gotta respawn. Yeah, dude, another thing. Hello, Rogue.
outstanding.
Oh, yeah, wave. I should get a wave macro, probably. I don't know. Cheer is good. I like cheer. But, what was I going to say? Another thing I was doing was... oh, yeah, I'm not, like, logging out in any rested areas. So, you know, that just adds to the challenge a little bit. A little less rested XP. And why am I doing that? I don't know. Just to, I guess, torture myself, perhaps. But I just figure, like, in trying to play on to the RP of Saitama, I just feel like Saitama didn't rest. So, I don't know. He rested, surely. I don't know. I'm just trying to make it harder than it already is, which is pretty insane. But I was thinking about like a version of this where you don't train any abilities. You actually don't use any abilities. Bro, imagine that. That would be stupid. Like, you would only be able to fight with your fists, and you can't like use any abilities. You could be any class, but you have to do that. At that point, you'd probably want to be a warrior just to get a little bit more stamina. A couple of level 30s level in here. That's pretty cool.
It's too far away.
But anyways, I talk about that extra challenge. I'm probably not going to do that. So, you know, don't hold your breath. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens with this one. What did someone do? Oh, someone died at 36. That sucks, dude. What, oh, we got a magic candle. Are we almost... Alright, we're at 16 magic candles. That's pretty good, man. If you don't know, magic candles are sort of the only, I guess in this case, ranged ability that we're going to be able to use on Saitama. So I'm trying to stockpile before we get out of here. And we're getting out of here pretty soon. So we got just about a stack. And, you know, which is good. I want to make the most of those. I don't want to use them unless absolutely necessary, where I feel like I have to pick, like thread the needle and just try to, like, pick a mob out of a crowd. This guy's name is... Oh, I thought his name was, like, Speedrun something. I was wondering if he was, like, speedrunning or whatever. I don't know if you'd want to go to Jasper Load Mine if you were speedrunning, though. So... I feel like it's kind of out of the way, but I don't know. Maybe people do. I was seeing Cargos. He sped run like a hunter or something to level 10 in like an hour, like 20 minutes or whatever it was. But it was like super fast. I don't know what the record is. I'm sure it's crazy. Maybe even sub 1 hour for up to level 10. I don't know if, I forget what the record is, the world record right now for getting to level 60 as far as a speed run, but I'm sure there's players even right now, you know, trying to beat that, so, you know, we'll see. So right now we're at 95% through level 11. We're almost there. At 12, we're going to Westfall, I think. I think that'll be it. At which point it'll be pretty freaky. I gotta be careful. People keep warning me about Defias Pillagers, man. I gotta avoid those. Alright.
I'm out of range. That ability isn't ready yet. I can't. I can't. Isn't ready yet. Out of range.
Alright, what are we at? We're at 96. Getting there, man. Should probably clear these out for this. Look at me, I'm trying to like min-max my freaking bag space at this point for the sake of a couple of copper. Doesn't really do much, I would imagine, in the end, but I don't know, it's a fun thing to... I want to delete food. What is this? Let's, fine, let's delete the food. We don't need it. For now.
I need to get closer. I can't. Isn't ready yet. Not ready. Do that.
Dude, the main goal here, like, I just want to see when we get to 60, if I can gear Saitama up to some extent, get him like maxed out on like crit or whatever, and just see him just nail people with just crits on, I don't know if I want to keep him unarmed. I'm still thinking about that. Like, would any guilds accept me? But it would have to be a hardcore guild. Like, would they accept me as Saitama? At least with gear. I would get gear, but I'm still, like, contemplating. Like, maybe I'll get fist weapons. But, like, I could only use fist weapons if I did. And I would just want to see, like, what kind of numbers we could put up with that kind of limitation. It's very specific, but I don't know. There's pretty good fist weapons out there. I forget the best ones, to be honest with you. I know there's one. There's a good one on Courage. In Nax, I don't recall, so I'm gonna have to check on that. Let's see. Atlas loot. Nax Ramus. Sweet dude. We got to level 12. Alright, let's get out of here. We're gonna go to Westfall now. And we have 19 magic candles, so just about a stack of those things. That's going to be very, very useful. I was considering helping that person, and I'm realizing, like, I can't kill beasts, so I gotta be careful, man. But I'm excited, man. Let's see what happens. I really got to just remember to avoid the Defias pillagers. I've heard only horror stories about those guys. And we were seeing yesterday statistics on the mobs that are like the most like deadliest in WoW, in classic WoW. And Defias pillagers are the 5th most deadly, killing about like shit, I don't know, just several tens of thousands of players. And like, I mean, dude, if that's the case, Saitama is staying away from that shit. We'll see. We'll see, man. I might go after the gnolls in Westfall. Let's just see. Perhaps the gnoll camp where Hogger is. I might go there. But dude, in one of my prior attempts, like, I accidentally... Hogger spawned right next to me. I didn't notice, and I had pulled him. I managed to get away somehow, despite it being Hogger, and he's, like, you know, obviously super fast and whatever. But he hit me once, right? And I have no armor. He hit me for 150 damage, which was... just about half of my health, dude. Death bait, yeah, bro. I gotta stay away. Yeah, you're right. Alright, let's move. This is crazy. I've never left Elwyn Forest on Saitama before, so... Level 12, look at that. I've actually never gotten to level 12 with Saitama with no gear and no weapons. And obviously everything else. We can't do quests, all that stuff. I'll go through it here for the folks who may not know, but we can't kill beasts. No quests. Only Berserker stance. Rather, only battle stance. Can't have anything other than... What is this? Oh, ephemeral. That's for... Yeah, I can't repair. Obviously, there's nothing to repair. I can't use a mount, flight path, or portal. So, you know, if there wasn't enough to extend the amount of time we're going to level, then, you know, there's that. I can't leave Eastern Kingdoms, etc. Focus on isolated mobs that won't run into other packs. Also green mobs. 100%, dude. 100%. Let's see if we can find something good. Level 27.
Excellent.
Wonder where he's going. Maybe Stormwind. But yeah, dude. No health potions. No professions. No talents. Nudist. Obviously, can't have the gear. Scavenger, so you can only work with the stuff you pick from mobs. Self-made, that says it sort of goes against scavenger, but self-made says you can only work with stuff that I believe you craft. Oh, I'm sorry, wait a second. Without at any point equipping an item that you have not crafted yourself. So, but I believe scavenger maybe goes against that. Maybe it doesn't. Oh, it just says you can't get anything from vendors. No, it's saying like, yeah, you can only work with stuff you get from mobs, chests, or loot. So I don't think it doesn't mention professions in there, but I would just personally assume. I don't know. This camp is okay. I'm worried about these golems, dude. I feel like they hit kind of hard. Whoa. Are we here too early? I feel like we're here too early. Let's get out of here. Sorry, guys. We're going to wait until 13, I think. I'm just going to check. I'm going to check where to go. I'll say this. We can go for those gnolls in the Hogger camp. I'm just going to stay away from the Hogger spawns. And, you know, just be very careful. As careful as we can be, man. Yeah, you said it, dude. 14. I think you're right. I mean, these guys are level 9. That's already kind of high for my standards right now. Let's pull this guy. Let's get him over here. I would charge him, but I want him separated a little bit. There was a bear behind me. No, he's not there. Look how close this is already. This is scary. Bright side is we'll get more XP. I just gotta... I'm gonna be very careful with each pull. Yeah, 66 XP. That's more than we were obviously getting before, so... I gotta be careful. Some of these guys are level 10. That's tough, man. That's tough. I don't know. What should we do? There are... You know what? There's a camp of Defias mobs over here to the southwest of the Gates of Stormwind. So we might try that. Might try that. Well, these are gray mobs, obviously. I just don't want to... I just don't like the idea of, like, pulling any beasts. You know, obviously we can't kill them, so... Alright, we're coming up on this camp here. Level 5. Oh, wow, they're very low. I, overestimated that camp. We might want to go back to Jasper Load Mine. I was, you know what? Yeah, I was going too fast with the man. Fuck. We're going back. Luckily, this isn't a speed run, so... you know... We're taking the scenic route to 60. We'll make it though, man. Gotta be careful. Gotta play it safe. I would much rather play it safe than, like, Stick to my guns on a bad decision. Bright side is, we'll get more magic candles, so I'm happy about that. We've been at it for an hour and 40 minutes. Not bad. Naked Rage. I wonder where he's at. He's at level 12. He's still in Elwyn Forest himself. Naked Rage. Oh, that was someone we saw today. I was thinking we saw that guy yesterday, rather. We've been seeing nudists almost every day at this point. But there was a guy... There was a priest that was just... He was doing the same thing, it seems, as what we're doing here. There's a bald character. I mean, they looked the same as Saitama. They had no gear, no weapons. I don't know if they were just sort of like passing by and like just trying to play along. But they weren't, though, because I saw them with the achievement of nudist. And they also had the achievement to not have a weapon, which we can't use, from my understanding, as warriors. But I think that's a priest-specific achievement. I'm going to take a look at that and verify that. Let's kill this Defias guy for a second. Oh yeah, man, we're getting our unarmed skill up. Get to 60 skill. Little bit more damage, man. Any bit we can get. Let's not pull this wolf. What's it called? What was I looking? Yeah, achievements. Let's see. Questing. It's priest. Here it is. Complete the hardcore challenge without at any point wielding a weapon. One-hand weapons, staves, wands are not allowed. Upon logging in, unequip your weapon and never equip a new one. All offhands and fishing poles are allowed. Offhands and fishing poles are allowed. Well, I guess you don't use them. You can melee with a fishing pole, though. But I don't know. Would it be more? It probably wouldn't be better than unarmed. I don't really know about that. I don't really know if someone's crunched the numbers on unarmed versus fishing pole, but actually it's funny. Someone was telling me, there was this guy that was on the stream a couple of episodes ago. He was, let me get this guy. He was saying that he did a hardcore run. I don't think he said he didn't finish, but he was doing a hardcore run with the warrior with a fishing pole. And, first off, you would have to... It would just be tough. I mean, I don't know. What is the swing of a... Like, what's the speed of a fishing pole? It might be like 2 seconds? Which would be the same as unarmed. Unarmed, the attack speed is 2 seconds, every 2 seconds. I think 6s are grayed out for us. Yes. Alright. Time to avoid the 6s. Luckily, the Geomancers are not level 6, from my understanding. 7, 6. Damn. Yeah, these guys are low. But this is how we got to play it, man. So super safe. That is the way to do it. The way to make it to the top. Alright, we got a Geomancer coming out. Yeah, Geomancers, I think the lowest they can get is 7. I haven't seen a level 6 Geomancer, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna get this guy. I really want to stack up on these magic candles. You know, I say that they're going to be super useful, and I imagine they will be. I just, I haven't gotten to really think about, like, what I would use it for other than, like, pulling mobs out of, packs. Because if I only did it really to that extent, this is obviously like such a grind, this run, that it can only really last for so long. I mean, if we only had, like, for example, a couple stacks, if that. So it would have to be for something like special, but I don't know what that thing would be for. because we're not like trying to pull special mobs. Like if we found like a rare, and we're trying to like, you know, magic candle them out of like a mob of guys, we're not keeping the loot or whatever more than just to vendor it. So I'd like to do a hobo fisherman challenge. No gear other than gray shirt, pants, and boots, and a fishing pole. That would be cool, man. Yeah, just do like a RP fucking fishing, like fisherman making his way to 60. Be kind of funny. No professions other than fishing makes sense. No potions or magic stuff. Yeah, man. You could be like fucking Nat Pagel making his way to 60. That's kind of cool. There's a lot you can do with this. I love it. Hey, magic candle. So we made it to 20 magic candles. I'm attacking this guy. He's gray. Let's kill him. There's a Geomancer coming up. We're almost at unarmed 60 skill. So with Battle Shout, it looks like we're gonna get every hit. Yeah, it looks like 15, maybe 16 when we land hits. So that's pretty cool, man. What's our DPS? 8 DPS at level 12? That's probably not good, right? I was seeing people freaking chunk these mobs with just normal weapons. Like they don't even need anything special. Oh, this person's going in. Let's join him. I don't want to go too deep into the cave. One sec. We could probably go pretty far into the cave though at this point. We're level 12. But this cave actually also has spiders. I just gotta not kill those guys. Or at least like not tag them because we're not killing beasts. So, you know. Broke that Pagel. Also no talents. You're a fisherman, not a hero. No talents. Yeah, man. I'm still thinking about a run where like you just do no class abilities. Like you're legitimately just fucking punching shit to the top. But that would be just absolutely horrendous of an experience, bro. Like I don't know how you would do that. But it may... Oh, there's someone in the background. Hung Twink. Great. Great name. Yeah, let's get out of here. This cave. There's actually a lot more level 6 mobs here than I thought. There's 7s and 8s though. Mostly Geomancers. I just gotta wait for them. There's a 7. Let's get this motherfucker. Oh. Yep. Let's try to just get the Geomancer to start. I love those isekai animes where it's, I don't know if I pronounced that right, where it's a dude who dies and gets sent to a video game based world. Oh, well, I know of like Sword Art Online. What do you mean by that? Oh, is that what? Oh, is that the name of the anime, Isekai? I haven't seen that. I'm like a semi-weeb. Like, I'm probably a weeb, I guess. I don't know why I'm calling myself a semi-weeb. I just, I don't know. I feel like I'm just not knowledgeable enough on anime to like try to self-proclaim myself as a weeb. If like to do a run based on, oh, I'd like to do a run based on that, but it's a dude who thinks he's a warrior, but he's actually a mage, so he just tries to melee. That'd be pretty funny, dude. You'd have less stamina as a stat as you level up, so there's that aspect to it. So it's actually a little bit more of a challenge in that respect. Well, it just depends. If you have your if you use your class abilities, then to some extent, then it's maybe easier, you know, because you got a lot of slows and shit. But if you pretend to be a warrior, you know, obviously, you're, I don't think, going to be using any class abilities as a mage. Zika is a class of animal or subgenre. Oh, okay. All right. I'll look into it. My favorite class of anime, if you could call it that, is sort of the style that, you know, One Punch Man and My Hero Academia have, where it's just like it has like an association of heroes, where they have their own ranks or whatever, and they have their own power levels, and they sort of, you know, butt heads with an adjacent, like, you know, bad association. It's like a bad guy association. I don't know what you would call it, but I like that style of anime, and, you know, that's why One Punch Man is my favorite. Not only because of the association aspect, but also because, you know, Saitama is just so funny, so, I don't know. There's actually a lot of depth to his character. I've said it before in this stream, but I'll say it again. He's just fascinating to me. I dislike the association trope. I like Wild West style of world. Oh man, what kind of anime has that? I'm sure several. I'm so out of the loop with that. But yeah, that the association trope for me is fun. They're, you know, obviously redundant at a certain point, I would imagine. Trigun. Oh, Trigun, yeah. That's a classic, right? Yeah. It's redundant, I would imagine, the hero association aspect. But I just, to the best of my knowledge, I think there's only those, right? It would just be One Punch Man and My Hero Academia that has that. Trigun is free for all as you can get. What do you mean? Free for all as you can get. What do you mean by that? Oh, you're saying, like, I gotcha. It's like the opposite of association thing. Like they're all like at each other's throats, fending for themselves. I see what you're saying. Let's get this guy. I'm attacking level 6s. I should not do that, but, you know, obviously because they're gray. So we should not do that. Yeah, bro. Saitama. Sometimes I'm a weirdo, dude. Like, I'll be like in the middle of like fucking work, and I'll just think in my mind like what Geno says in the show. I'll like constantly, he's like, Saitama Sensei, and I just say it in my mind like, yeah, Saitama Sensei. It's just like, I'm a weird guy. It's a great show, dude. Okay, before I wasn't able to kill these two guys confidently, since they're together. I'm gonna try. I'm level 12. I'm almost half of their fucking level. I mean, I'm double their fucking level. I should be able to do something. Come on. Also, Overlord had an association or guild system. Oh, okay. Overlord. I gotta check into that. Oh, but dude, what's it called? One, the creator of, you know, Mob Psycho 100 and One Punch Man, he made this this new webcomic. I don't know if he went straight into a manga, I forget, but it's sort of like an association thing as well, where it has like this multiverse aspect to it, but it's cool. There's like 40 heroes remaining in this world. You may have heard about it, but it's they're like fending off against like these demon fucking kings or whatever that are like that have taken control and like wiped out humanity, and there's only like these 40 heroes left or whatever, and they're not that strong, and so they have to like get help from other like universes or whatever, and it's interesting. Um, Rising of the Shield Hero. Rising of the Shield Hero. Is that what that's called? I actually don't know the name of that. Also, Saitama should be able to wear a cape. I hear you, dude. But the reason I do naked is because he was naked, or I guess in this case he's not naked. Obviously, he's got the trunks, but he was naked on 2 occasions where he fought against the Mosquito Queen, saving Genos, and he went up against obviously Cosmic Fear Garo when he was on the moon of Jupiter. They were just going at it, and he got him with one hand, and his power scaling. I mean, all of that fight was just so cool. Reincarnated as the slime. As a slime is great. Reincarnated as a slime. That's an anime? That sounds fun. I don't know. I'm sure my brother knows about that.
It's too far away.
Yeah, dude. There's so much I gotta get into with anime. I don't know. I like the overpowered character in any story, but with depth to it, obviously. Not that there would be any stories that would really last very long without depth to said character. But he's a slime who becomes OP as hell. That sounds great. Oh, dude, have you seen Chainsaw Man or whatever it's called? I've heard the animation for that is absolutely insane. Like, it's like the best of any anime in 2022. And I think they're still making episodes for this year, into this year. But I don't know. I haven't watched it. I've just heard, like, you know, just good things. But that one's cool. I think I've seen clips of it. It's impressive. I don't know. I'm always fascinated with how animation evolves. You know, not that I'm on any level that these guys are on, but I've animated before, and I just know how long it takes. And then, you know, I don't animate nearly to their extent, to the obviously the Japanese artists and whatever else. I just I know how long it takes. It just takes a long time, and for them to do it on the level that they do is just like unfathomable. Like, I just can't. The you know, freaking My Hero Academia has a really good backed like animation studio behind it right now. And rip? Why rip? What happened? I hope I don't die. That better not be foreshadowing that rip. Bro, there's 6s all around. Can we get a 7? What is happening? Let me kill some guys to get some respawns here. Oh, Guilty died. Yeah. Oh, at level 10. Or what was it? Oh, 21. F. I like how people can show, like, their last words. Big F. 21, it's bad, but it's not that bad. I've seen, you know, I mean, obviously people in the 50s. That's got to be torture. Even 40s and 30s, whatever. I mean, at that point, you're just fully into it, and you die, and it's like, dude, how do I start over like that? Are the mobs harder or something? 100%. They're harder, man, because... Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't zoom in. I don't have any gear or any weapons, so we have to tread super carefully as we level up. And it's tough. It's, you know... Okay, there's a level 7. Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I was so zoomed out, it's probably hard to tell. But we're not taking the easy route. Let's just say that. But it makes for a novel experience. I've never experienced classic WoW or WoW in general at any point ever like this. Frankly, I've never gone unarmed, probably for more than like a minute in all of my, you know, experience playing WoW. At any given one point, I've never gone unarmed for longer than that. I would imagine. I mean, unless like a weapon of mine had broken or something and I just didn't have a means to repair it anytime soon. Like, I've never played like this. It's stupid. That's how I felt with Ascension WoW. Oh, Ascension WoW, man. That throws me back. I want to try this, but I need to prep for Ulduar. Oh, yeah, dude. Ulduar, when is that coming? Is that out? Looks like fun. It's coming out, isn't it? In January. I think I heard January 19th. Oh, wait, that's today. No, it's not today. Right? I'm out of the loop with that. I don't play on Wrath. I play on the private server Warmane. So I pretty much get my fix of Wrath through that. And that's so pop. I mean, that server is just completely populated to the max. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. We'll get there. It's a grind. Level 12, man. We are 11% through. Not bad for killing absolutely the lowest level that we can kill while still getting XP. I'm not seeing a lot of level 8s here. I know the Geomancers get to level 8, but 7 is fine. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of, like, well, normal hardcore characters. They come around this area, like, honestly, the normal level, like 8, 9, 10. Nobody's here. Well, there's an 11. Are they not wearing gear? No, they are. Okay. I can't tell sometimes. Okay, there's a level 8 and a level 7. Okay, we can get XP from both of these guys. Sweet. This is probably going to be a prevailing, like, issue for us. Like, you know, we're going to have to, like, consider in camps, maybe half of the mobs are going to be grayed out, so... Oh, I don't like this. Why do I feel like I'm going to die right now? Hold on. Let's get the F out of this joint. Bro, this is way too close. Why did I do that? Dude, 4 more... Get away from me. He was hitting for 10. 3 more hits, I'd be out. I'm telling you guys, these are the lowest possible mobs I can kill before they're grayed out and I don't get XP from them. Shit, man. I don't know. I'm just looking for level 7s and we'll be good. This guy's 7. Oh. Nope. 6. Can you do professions like first aid, alchemy? Nah, man. None of it. None of it. It's a whole thing. If you check the description, I think I left in the description the achievements. We got a whole list of fun. So I can read it off. It's avoid killing beasts, no quests, only battle stands, no repairs, no mounts, flight paths, portals, cannot leave Eastern Kingdoms, no healing pots, no professions, no talents, no gear, only mob drops, no vendors, no dungeons, no bank, no hearthstone, no greens, blues, purples, obviously no gear at all, no shields, two-handers, no grays, whites, yeah, any weapons, can't use. The unarmed part is just for RP. So that's the list. So we're taking it easy. We're taking it easy over here. Obviously. It's hardcore, man. We gotta do it. We gotta earn the One Punch Man title. This can't be earned by sitting around on our... I don't know. I was gonna say sitting around on our faces. Who sits around on their face? I don't know. I need to learn how to speak English. But, slowly but surely. probably start going into the mine a little bit, but they're the same level range. It doesn't really change much. There's that rare spider in there. Again, I can't kill beasts, but I bet some hardcore players are going in there to kill that guy. I'm just killing this guy to clear him out for a spawn on a level 7. Tell you what, though, I should probably check out. I think we'll stop it here. We'll continue tomorrow. Oh, let's get this 7 first. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. I know this guy runs up, and I don't like it. Don't run near me. I really hate when people run from mobs and, like, they pass you close to you, because then you get tagged. So when the mob, like, gives up on them... Let me help this guy. 1 second. When the mob gives up on them, they come for you, and it sucks. That's how people grief, really, on this server. But it happens maybe more than griefing happens, just on, like, an accidental basis. Just by total accident, it happens. And it's not pretty. The very beginning, the first episode of this series, we were someone was griefing the Northshire Abbey area, and we survived. Obviously, we weren't. I felt like it was close enough. They brought these dark iron dwarves from Burning Steppes. It was really, really freaky. Sorry, I said Northshire Abbey. I meant Valley. That shows my knowledge, but they brought those mobs, and it just looked like we were fucked, but we weren't. We were okay, and here we are, level 12. No griefers yet, but it's gonna probably happen. We'll survive. We'll make it out. Obviously, we can appeal any of those actions. Anyways, guys, we're gonna stop it here. Thanks for stopping by again. I appreciate it. Saitama will continue tomorrow. Thank you all.